Brian, one difference you said was Braun Breaker is a heel. He also, I believe, especially if you're compare him to early Roman Reigns, he can speak a lot better on the microphone. Would you agree with that?
Oh yeah,
yeah, 100%. I like I said, I think this guy has star potential all over him. There's a couple things he's still got to clean up, but I think he's gonna be fine.
Okay, well, that's enough of Braun Breaker, man. He's gonna be a star for sure. Maybe the way he's gonna become a star, Kenny, you might disagree with it, but man, let's get back to Ludwig Kaiser, because not only did he get attacked by Sheamus, and now he's in a feud with him for the future, apparently he's got a bit of an injury. Does anybody have the news pulled up on that one? Ludwig Kaiser, a prominent star, just like Braun Breaker, actually on the rise. Like, they definitely see a hell of a lot in this guy. I do too. Great promo, great in the ring. Kenny said, you know, you watched Undertaker's podcast, and even Undertaker said he's a, great punchable face, great at what he does. So, yeah, what is this situation with injury? And we should know that first, yeah.
Yeah, it was reported by WrestleVotes. They said they heard that he got some kind of an injury while he was wrestling Braun Breaker. So I don't know what it is, but you are right. This guy does have a lot of potential. Even before the match started, I said they shouldn't put these two together because I think you're going to, bury Ludwig by giving him the loss here. And neither of these guys need to lose in this match. I love the fact that they protected him and they didn't pin him. That means they see whatever everybody else is seeing in him as well. So, I mean, it's looking good for him. I mean, he lost via DQ by Sheamus or whatever. So I think that was a good way to go out. I just really hate to hear about the injury because he's one of the best promos on the roster right now. And, he's like one of the guys you look at and he's like a supporting player. So you don't expect that from him. But every time he speaks, I believe him. He looks like he's kind of a big guy, still kind of slender though. So he doesn't really have his full man body yet. But I think once he puts everything together, the guy has all the potential in the world. And I see a WWE championship run in his future down the line. I don't know when, but I see it coming.
It could definitely happen. Slender body thing. My response to that was Randy Orton 2009 and 10, where he was really slender doing that creepy, snake gimmick. Yeah. So I 100% agree with you. I think the sky's the limit for Ludwig Kaiser. He gets what the business is all about. And, I guess hanging out with Gunther will do that to you. As a matter of fact, like you said, is the best promo on the freaking roster. So way better than Gunther, although Gunther is getting there as well. But yeah. So, Brian, do you have any different take on Ludwig Kaiser, or do you agree with us pretty much?
I don't think he's going to be WWE champion. None of that, dog. You know what I'm saying, bro?
But his trajectory over Braun's. Personally,
not at all, bro. Not the way he's been presented to come in his career, man. He's been a supporting player, like you said. He's been supporting cast to Gunther. There's going to be a lot of rebuilding that you have to do with him. Yeah, I think he can be a great star. I think he can be a great singles guy. And it's unfortunate that this injury is happening now because they finally kind of pulled the trigger on him and giving him that singles run that we were all kind of waiting for. I just don't think he's that guy right now, man. I'll just be honest. I just think he was behind Gunther for 2-3 years, might be even longer than that. And it's just, that's the image that I have of him right now. I need something else. I need maybe more time without him, being the supporting cast in the back.
Yeah, so I want to
let him cook.
Ask the detail. Yeah, I'm like Sheamus and Ludwig Kaiser. It's been like 3 weeks, very, very early in the process. But do you not see it right now, Brian, then you would say? It's like, what? This guy's not doing it for you? Like, because he's more serious.
I'll be honest, bro. Look, like, his promos are good, but he's never done it for me. I'll be honest. Like, I've just never been like a fan. I don't know why. You know what I'm saying? Y'all seem to like him. And I mean, we all have different takes on wrestling. It's very subjective, but Ludwig just he don't really do it for me, man.
I think of this crop of NXT talent they pulled up, the Carmelo Hayes, even Braun Breaker. I think, you know what, for what I see in future long-term potential when it comes to the full package, I think it's Ludwig. And I didn't get introduced to him until he got on the main roster, just like these other guys. But
you think he has that look, though? To me. Because Braun Breaker, like when I see Braun Breaker, he stands out to me.
WWE is feeding you Braun Breaker.
I wouldn't say that. I've been a Braun Breaker fan for a while. I've been rooting
they've
for
been
him.
feeding you Braun Breaker.
Even then, they
disagree.
Position him pretty high.
You see the stars and the guys, they're not feeding you. But, I mean, you can clearly see they're feeding you Braun Breakers.
Yeah, they're not feeding you LA Knight, for example.
Exactly.
Yeah, but I still think he's a star.
Stars shine on their own. They don't need the machine behind them.
Okay, enough about packages. Yeah, real takes.
Whoa. What do you think about Ludwig?
Yeah, man.
Yeah, I mean, I agree with a lot of what was said here. Ludwig Kaiser is currently not on the trajectory, for a WWE Championship reign. He has all the potential in the world to get there. I will say that, and I think the promo ability, like all that stuff, is there. One of the issues, and I think it is, like, I agree, a distinction between the way that he's been presented and the way that right now Braun Breaker is being presented. Braun Breaker is being presented as, for lack of a better term, the next big thing. No, Kenny Baum, that is not me saying that he is Brock Lesnar. But what I am saying is that right now, if you were looking at a guy who just is like the blue chip prospect from NXT, like to be the next big breakout star, it is Braun Breaker. And I think he has worked his tail off to get to that point, and he deserves that respect. With Ludwig Kaiser, I also think he's someone who has worked himself into a spot in WWE where I think this is a guy who's going to have a job in WWE for life. Like, I genuinely think that because, hopefully. But I genuinely think that because he's someone who is able, I think, to do the WWE style of match and make it different than what everyone else is doing, because he's like fitting into this gimmick of a wrestler, and these promos he's cutting are like so weirdly perfect for WWE. Like they are, and I think like he shocked a lot of people with that ability when he got up to the main roster, because Imperium were not really doing that many promos when they were in NXT. So shout out to Ludwig Kaiser. Hopefully the injury isn't as bad as some people are speculating right now. Remember, it's a lot of speculation, but until we hear word from official sources, let's not get too much into that. But shout out to him. Hopefully he gets better soon.
100% agreed, man. Wow, Brian, I'm shocked about your opinion on Ludwig Kaiser, but long term we'll see what happens to him. And Omer, I completely agree. When they first came in, like Gunther was it, and doing so hard, but then Ludwig in the past couple of months, man, it's been shooting up there, and hopefully this injury is, like you guys said, nothing serious. We don't have an exact word on it anyways. It should come out in the next few days if it's something serious, but if he's out for like 5-6 months, that's gonna be horrible for him, because this is it right now. Like, he's getting hot. He's got to keep this going as much as he can, and if he's able to do that, man, then I see him having a pretty good career for sure. And last thing I want to say about him is that, like, if he did the same thing in AEW, I would still like him, and he would still be over. I don't even know if it's like related to the WWE or anything like that. He's great in the ring. He's great. He's just a star. Exactly. Yeah. But
what about Giovanni Da Vinci? My boy is back with the model gimmick.
They cooked him, bro. They cooked him.